Guys, I'm Nicole and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today and I hope you are doing well. We have been doing good around here. We are continuing on with just our normal thing, our homeschooling and just our starting to get our home ready for spring and our yard ready for spring, which is so exciting. Well, I'm filming this video just a few days ago. It was the time change. The daylight savings time started and we are still having a hard time adjusting. Oh goodness, I just wish they would leave the time alone and it would just stay the same all year round, but I guess it's okay that it's not like that, but goodness, I've been waking up late, I've been staying up late, I've been trying to go to bed early, but then I'm just staying awake in my bed, and the kids are getting up late, but I think that we are going to be, getting into the schedule a little bit better before you know it, which is always how it works, right? I mean, it just takes a little bit of adjusting. I think that the springtime it's a little harder for me to adjust than it is for me to adjust in the fall for some reason, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. So we're just, plugging along, doing everything that we need to be doing around here. I'm actually kind of excited because it has started to really cool down again. And goodness, we've had a couple of weeks of really warm temperatures, which has been nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's been nice, but at the same time, there's still some things I would love just to get done before spring really, kicks in. And so we're supposed to have a week of cooler temperatures now. I believe it was 32 degrees overnight last night, and then tonight it's supposed to maybe get down to like 29 degrees. Some of my hostas, they're even starting to emerge from the ground, and I covered those up last night. I'm gonna keep them covered tonight as well. But yeah, I'm excited just to have a little bit of more time because a lot of the things that I want to do is I want to really prep some areas for gardening for this year. And we're also clearing some of the brush out of our woods, and we have so many areas of our woods that are just full of vines, and we're trying to pull those down. And we're also trying to build some fences, and all that stuff is done so much better whenever it is cold outside and the poison ivy and the vines aren't trying to grow. When we moved here, it's just like so much of our land is covered up in poison ivy and these really invasive vines, and little by little we are trying to get those off of the property so that we can let the other trees and plants actually breathe. And I'm trying to add in pretty things to the landscape, and it's just been so much fun. I think that's one of my very favorite things to do. Is I love to garden, but just having a little bit more time. We'll probably have, honestly, our last frost date isn't until mid-April, or our last estimated frost date, but I normally don't really start planting things out in the garden until May. I've learned my lesson, and so it's more towards Mother's Day that I actually start to plant some of the summer crops and things out into the garden. But I really like having this time just to plan and to prepare. I purchased some compost the other day. I have like a big pile of just shavings from our goats and different stuff that is slowly turning into compost. But in the meantime, this year we've purchased just some compost, bag compost from, I believe it was Lowe's, and it was like double the price than it was last year just about, which is disappointing. But I want to put that down on all of my perennials and things like that, some of my trees that I planted last year. So I'm just going to sprinkle that around, well, not really sprinkle, I'm going to put it around my trees and my plants. And I did that last year with pretty good results. It's, it'll start seeping into the soil, and it's just a good way to feed the plants without doing a lot of fertilizers that aren't natural. And so I do enjoy doing that, and that's something else that we are going to be doing soon. My husband and our anniversary is coming up. We've almost been married for 18 years now, which is really exciting. And I don't know, we're gonna spend the day doing something fun. I'm not quite sure what yet. We might go to Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge is about, a little under 2.5 hours from our home, and so that's something that we do from time to time. We usually get season passes to Dollywood and take our kids there every 4 to 6 weeks or so during the spring to fall season, and they really enjoy that. But I'm not sure. I really love to go to a place called the Old Mill to eat. It's just so yummy, and so I'm thinking we might do that. I get this vegetable plate that's very good, and so we might do that, and I'm not quite sure what else, but My husband recently, he and my older sons, they built a structure for our goats for like a milking area for them, and I love it so much. For our anniversary, I asked my husband to build me one for people. And so what we're gonna do, or what he's gonna do, is he's gonna make it a little longer, another structure, and it's just gonna have like a roof that's kind of, slanted like this, and then underneath it, hopefully I'll have room for 2 to 3 picnic tables, and I'd like to hang a porch type swing or two, and I'm just so excited about it. It's just really amazing how much less money people, if like you know how to build something, how much less money it takes than if you were to actually pay for somebody to do it for you. My husband, he's just totally self-taught, but he has done a great job, and he's just doing a great job, and I like this goat building so much. I'd really love one closer to the house for us to just enjoy. We do have a covered front porch area, but I don't know. We don't have a like barn, or we do have like a little storage building that my husband and sons built. But we don't have like a barn or a garage, which that one day will come. But so many times like things get pushed into the porch area, which I mean is to be expected because it's like the only covered area that we really have outside. And so I'd really like to have another place where we can sit and enjoy, and I'm just really excited about that. That's coming up soon. So anyhow, today I was homeschooling my kids as I normally do, and I read a poem to my second grader, and I thought it was a really cute little poem, so I thought I'd read it to you. It was kind of encouraging to me. It's called Overheard in Orchard, and this is her second grade book from Christian Light Education. It's called Happy Hearts. This is the second in her series for the year, and she's almost done. We're getting close. And so yeah, we are like, I don't know how much, some of our things we have probably like 2 or 3 weeks left. We're almost done. And then some other things will be more like 6 to 8 weeks, but we're getting close. And so I'm really excited about having that summer break where we can just enjoy like relaxing time and just being outdoors and doing those kinds of things. But anyhow, this story is called, or poem is called Overheard in an Orchard. And it says, said the robin to the sparrow, I should really like to know why these anxious human beings rush about and worry so. Said the sparrow to the robin, friend, I think that it must be that they have no heavenly father, such as cares for you and me. And I thought that was a good little poem. We had a discussion afterwards, and I thought that's really true. I mean, you look at the birds and the animals outdoors, and I mean, I'm sure that they have their worries and their cares from time to time, but overall, I mean, they are just happy. They're happy to be alive, and I mean, outdoors in the morning. I love to go outside in the morning. It's one of my favorite things to do whenever I have the time, just to listen to the birds sing, and we try to put out some bird feeders around our property for them to, get some food, and I just love it. And they just seem so happy, and they don't have any worries or cares. And so often, I probably not acting quite that way, even though I know that I have a heavenly Father that loves me very much. He loves my family very much, and I can trust in him. And so I thought that was just a nice little reminder that we don't need to worry, that the Lord has everything under control. I know things are kind of crazy nowadays, guys, but I really do believe that God has got this, and he loves us, and we don't need to worry, and we don't need to rush about. That is something that I really changed in my life. I don't know, probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I used to really rush everywhere. I had, my kids in all these activities, and I just felt like it was something that I had to do. And then I realized, you know what, I don't have to do these things. And seeing my kids now, the ones that weren't really in a lot of activities, they're starting to grow older. Like my son is now 19, my daughter's 17, and they weren't really in a whole lot of extracurriculars growing up. Just, a few things here or there, or right now, we really like to focus on music, and so we have our kids in violin lessons, but that's really the extent of our extracurricular activities at the moment. And I worried about that. I thought, all these other children, they're doing so many more things than my kids, and are my kids going to be behind, or are they going to be lacking in some way? But I've realized, no, they're not. They are doing great. They really enjoy their life. And then on our home or homestead, I'm trying to encourage responsibility. We have different animals for them to care for, and they spend time with their animals and then with each other. We spend a lot of time together as a family. And so I really don't feel like they're really missing out on anything. And it's nice to see the fruit of that now as they are getting older. And but then with my two oldest daughters in particular, we ran them everywhere. We did a lot of competitive sports or competitive gymnastics and dancing. And I really felt the pull to kind of step away from that because one, it was costing a ton of money, and two, some of the things they were doing were kind of questionable to me as far as in relation to my faith, and so we did step away from that. But I can see now, even it's just like they had that ingrained in them when they were little to just constantly run and go, and so as being older, that's kind of what they're programmed to do. And, I regret that as a mom. That's something that I wish I would have done differently. But, all I can do is try to do things a little bit different now. And we have some definite homebodies now, and including myself, which wasn't always the case. But anyway, so I wanted to encourage you guys that we don't have to rush around like crazy. We don't have to worry about everything, that the Lord has got it under control. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a really good week. We have some, like I said, exciting things in store. I'm really looking forward to our anniversary day. It's just, it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite days of the year, of course. And then after that, we have some other just fun things down the pike that we're going to be doing, Lord willing, and just some projects around the house. That is one, I guess we've really been putting most of our time and effort and money into just fixing up this home. We have been for almost 3 years now, and I found so much joy and contentment in doing that. And instead of just using our time and resources in other ways that pull us away. So anyway, I hope you guys, again, have a great week, and I will talk with you soon.